Hey, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ray from WSH Council. Today I will be sharing on more details with you on the bizSAFE Awards 2023. Before I proceed further, allow me to go through the housekeeping matters first. Please take note that your mic and video cam is disabled throughout the briefing segment to minimize any unintended disruption. Mic and video function will be enabled during the Q&A segment. Please use the chat function and type your name. Wait for your name to be called, unmute yourself and proceed to ask questions during the Q&A session. You may also use the Q&A function to pose a question and my colleague will assist to answer your queries. Lastly, if you experience any technical issue like you cannot see my shared screen or hear my voice, do sound out in the chat function. My colleague will support you if required. Please take note that the public briefing session is recorded and we may use the materials towards the production, usage, or contract of media materials, but not limited to the list shown over here. Let me go through the timeline and the 4 different categories of bizSAFE Awards 2023 for this year, and we will touch on some common FAQ in the last segment. The application will open on 11 May and closes on 7 July, 6 p.m. We will not accept any application that is submitted after the deadline. The qualifying period for this year's awards is from 1st of April 2022 to 31st of March 2023. But just to highlight on something important here, if there is any fatal accident or any other contraventions mentioned in the application criteria occurs before or on the day of the award ceremony, meaning to say after 31st March, all the way until the date of the award ceremony, the applying company may be disqualified from the award, even if you are shortlisted as a winner. So firstly, I will touch on the bizSAFE Partner Award category. This award category aims to recognize bizSAFE partners who have been proactive and committed in bringing their business partners on board the bizSAFE program and incorporated bizSAFE as part of their procurement requirements. As I continue, you'll hear me mention this term business partner several times. So when I say business partner, I'm actually referring to your contractors, subcontractors, tenants, suppliers, or even your vendors. So to apply for this bizSAFE Partner Award, your company will need to be at least bizSAFE Level 3 and is a bizSAFE partner, and you must not be a WSH service provider. You also have to put in bizSAFE Level 3 and above as part of your procurement criterion and have motivated existing business partners to progress to higher bizSAFE levels. Why do I say this? Because you have to present this part to a panel of judges if you are shortlisted, and I will share more with you in the following few slides. As an award applicant, you must not have any adverse record like pending investigation, conviction, or prosecution in court by the Ministry of Manpower, and do not have any of the following during the qualifying period: fatality case, major injury, dangerous occurrence, stop work order, and business under surveillance. In short, we call it BUS. So companies may also be disqualified if they have occupational disease within the qualifying period. Moving on, let me share with you on the 3 main areas that we will assess for the Partner Award application. These are your requirement efforts, your nurturing efforts, and bonus initiatives. Now I will dive deeper to talk about each of them. So for the recruitment efforts, we would like you to tell us which business partner you have bring on board bizSAFE and how do you bring them on board. For example, this can be in the form of giving higher priority or points for contractors with higher bizSAFE levels during tender evaluation, or giving incentive to encourage business partner to embark on bizSAFE program, or even having a sharing session to guide your business partner on how to go on board bizSAFE. So for nurturing efforts, we would like you to tell us, besides having bizSAFE Level 3 as a procurement criterion, how else has your company encouraged your business partners to improve WSH and progress to a higher bizSAFE level? So for example, like regular in-house training, safety inductions for contractors, regular conversations or engagement session with your business partner. So getting your own safety team to help business partner to tackle their WSH challenges, or giving incentive for contractors to recognize for their WSH performance at your workplace, and even providing subsidies for contractors to progress in their bizSAFE journey. So for bonus initiative, we'll need you to share with us the additional effort your company has taken to help business partner in terms of WSH. For example, your company as a bizSAFE partner organizes a site visit for your business partners to learn how you manage WSH in your company, or how your company share best practices with the industry, for instance, at forum, convention, or seminars. Or do you have any in-house effort to promote WSH initiative to your business partner to take care of their employees' physical health and mental well-being? Or did you even demonstrate WSH leadership by driving WSH initiative with your business partners? So in essence, we need to see whether your company as a bizSAFE partners have paved the way to improve your business partners' WSH standards, rather than showing us your own company WSH performance and capability. So for the judging session, we invite shortlisted companies to showcase your efforts to a panel of judges, and she'll cover the 3 topics that I mentioned earlier: the recruitment efforts, nurturing efforts, and bonus initiatives. There will also be a short online preparatory briefing with shortlisted applicants before the judging session. In terms of submission-wise, for this year, you may submit the application form online via our bizSAFE Awards website. So a dedicated Microsoft OneDrive folder will be created for you within 3 working days to upload your supporting documents and evidences after you have completed the submission. So the link to the OneDrive folder will be sent to you. Yeah. When you receive the OneDrive link, you will see 3 subfolders shown over here within that folder shared with you. Please upload the supporting documents or evidences according to the respective folders. These are the things you need to take note before you submit the application form. For point number 1, make sure you have provided us with a valid working email address, because we'll be sending the OneDrive link to you for the email address you have provided. Moving on to the point number 2, provide us the email address which you wish to access the OneDrive folder with. I understand some companies restrict their staff to access online cloud storage. So if you need to use your personal email to access the OneDrive, then provide us with your personal email instead. So for point number 3, we will only give the contact person, alternate contact person, and senior management indicated in the application form to access the OneDrive folder. For point 1, label and name the documents clearly. If we cannot find the documents, point will not be awarded for the item. Most importantly, please ensure to keep your file name short, and it must be less than 180 characters. Why I say this? Due to limitation of the OneDrive folder, there will be errors to open the file. So last year, we experienced issues like there are applicants requesting that we shorten the file name because they cannot access. But actually, the file name is too long, which is created by you. So we really need your assistance to help us to kind of shorten that file name. So for point number 2, please do not password protect your files or for your supporting documents. Lastly, the access to the OneDrive folder will be removed after the application deadline. So please double check and make sure all supporting documents and evidences are accessible and submitted before the deadline. When application closes, we will take everything that is uploaded in the OneDrive folder as final. Late submission and amendments after the closing date will not be accepted. Next, I will touch on the bizSAFE Enterprise Exemplary Award category. This award category aims to recognize SME that have achieved bizSAFE Star and exhibited outstanding WSH performance and standards. So companies that have won this award for 3 consecutive years will be honored with Gold Award. You are welcome to apply if you are SME and not a WSH service providers. You are considered a SME if you have at least 30% local shareholding. So this is the first criteria that has to be met. It's a fixed criteria. And if you meet one of the following criteria, you do not have more than 200 employees, which include part-timer, or have a group annual sales turnover of not more than 100 million. This, you have to fulfill either one of it to be a SME. So for point number 2, you must be a bizSAFE Star enterprise, and you must continue to maintain your bizSAFE Star status until the award ceremony. Do remember to check your bizSAFE Star status before you apply. If need be, do renew your bizSAFE Star status early. Lastly, your company must have implemented a risk management plan that is holistic and pragmatic, where upstream risk controls and personal health risks are considered. So for this part, same things applies as mentioned earlier, that you must not have any of this contravention during the qualifying period up till the award ceremony. So the application process for this category is different from our bizSAFE Partner Award. For step 1, do a self-scoring using the RM implementation checklist in the application form. We recommend a score exceeding 80% before you engage an assessor to assess your application. Step 2, submit the online application through our bizSAFE Awards webpage. Step 3, engage an auditor to conduct a third-party assessment of your application. Please refer to the application form for the list of approved auditing organizations. A gentle reminder, applicants should not engage the same auditing organization for more than 2 consecutive years. So for step 4, once you have submitted the online form, you will receive a link to the booking system after you have engaged an AO, auditing organization, and confirm the assessment date. Please notify WSH Council the date, time, and location of the assessment via the booking system link provided in the online form. So WSH Council will verify the process by observing the assessment conducted by the assessor. A gentle reminder to all applying company, please do not proceed with the on-site assessment without the presence of WSH Council officers. This is very important, so I need you all to take note. So these are the things to note when booking WSH Council officers availability. So for on-site assessment, it starts from 15 May 2023, sorry. So confirm the availability of your assessor before you book a date in the booking system. Do not choke multiple dates in advance for the assessment. Only book the confirmed date for the assessment. Earliest booking date is 3 days later from the date of booking. So for example, applicant access the booking system on 15th of May. The earliest date for booking is only available on 18 May onwards. So submission of the online form to WSH Council must be done before the on-site assessment. WSH Council will not accept booking of on-site assessment after 5th of July. This will be the last date. Why we put it on 5th of July? Because we want to allow like 2 to 3 working days for the applicants to upload all their supporting documents and evidences. So which council will send a confirmation email once booking is successful? For assessor, you play a very important role. Please double check with your client to make sure they have received the confirmation email from WSH Council before carrying out the on-site assessment on the date, time, and venue indicated in the email. Remember to complete the declaration form for assessor in the RM implementation checklist after the on-site assessment. After we receive your online application, we'll create a OneDrive folder within 3 working days. But at this juncture, you don't need to upload anything prior to your on-site assessment. So for step 3, proceed with the on-site assessment on the date, time, and location submitted in the booking system. Once again, a gentle reminder here, the assessment must be done in the presence of a WSH Council officer. So lastly, once the on-site assessment is over, upload the completed RM implementation checklist with the auditor scoring, supporting documents, and evidences into the OneDrive folder before the application deadline. The same thing applies for the things to note here. So I'll skip. For point number 1, please remember to label and name the documents clearly according to how you reference it in the RM implementation checklist. We will recommend to embed the files in your RM implementation checklist as PDF object or create a link to the supporting documents or evidences in the Excel checklist. Points will not be awarded if we are not able to find the item referenced in the checklist. So for point number 2 and 3, it will be the same thing as what I've mentioned for the partner award. Moving on, let me touch on the next category, bizSAFE Champion Award. So this award categories aims to recognize individuals who have been key players in improving safety and health performance in their workplaces. These are employees who have been appointed by their companies to lead and drive the successful implementation of WSH programs to attain bizSAFE. The nominated champion shall represent a company that has achieved bizSAFE star, be a full-time employee of the company, so non-WSH officers will have added advantage and will be more preferred, and have attended the bizSAFE Level 2 course or its equivalent. The nominated champion shall not be part of the management team. Let me give you an example, not in the top 2 tiers of your organization chart. So he or she need to be active in driving WSH programs and initiatives for at least 2 years in the company. Bonus points will be awarded to the champion if the company he or she is representing wins the bizSAFE Exemplary or Partner Award. The sharing and submission through the OneDrive folder will be the same as well. Upload the supporting documents and evidences to the respective folders. Same as the other 2 awards categories, please take note of these 3 points when you submit the online application form. I will repeat again for these 3 points as well. Next, I will touch on the new award category. We call it the Wish Tag Award. This award category aims to recognize bizSAFE enterprises who are committed to enhancing workplace safety and health through the adoption of tech-enabled solutions. To apply for this WSH Tech Award, your company will need to be at least bizSAFE Level 3 and above, and you must not be a WSH service provider. Secondly, your company will need to show the improvement of your WSH practices through applications of effective technology or multiple technology. Lastly, we will only accept one application to feature the adoption of technologies towards improving one WSH issue. The criteria listed here is the same as mentioned earlier. I'll skip this part. So for part A, the adoption of technology to improve WSH. You have to describe your WSH issue in the problem statement. Secondly, you need to let us know the technologies that your company has adopted to effectively address the WSH issue stated in your problem statement. For the scale of adoption, you need to show us how widely the technology is adopted in the company. So let me give you an example. If you have installed an advanced driver assistance system for one vehicle to deter risky behaviors and reduce human errors, did your company apply the same or similar WSH technology for all the vehicles registered under your company? So we will also evaluate the cost effectiveness of the WSH technology, example, the cost savings and cost compared to the benefits. Does the cost outweighs does the benefit outweighs the cost? So, or the cheaper the cost per man hour saved, the better. The weightage of the score for part A is 40%. So for part B, you need to show us the following indicators, which is before and after the implementation of the WSH technology for a period of 12 months. So firstly, the injury rate. Secondly, the number of WSH incidents, near miss or risky situation pertaining to the WSH issue. Fourth, man-hour savings for the task. Last but not least, any other matrix that you can show the benefits for the application of the tech solutions if you have any. So the weightage of the score for Part B is 60%. Shortlisted companies will be interviewed based on the submission of the write-out and the supporting documents provided. The sharings and submission through the OneDrive folder will be the same as well. When you receive the OneDrive link, you will see these two subfolders within it. We'll also upload the format for you to indicate your problem statement, your Part A and Part B in short. So please upload the supporting documents or evidences as well according to the respective folders. Just to recap, please take note that the application deadline is on 7th of July and all submission must be uploaded by 6 p.m. We look forward to the applications if your company is eligible to apply for the awards. Okay, lastly, before I jump into the Q&A, I just want to touch on some of the common Q&A which we encountered last year before I open up the floor for questions. So for question 1, there are a few inquiries asking if there are any costs involved for applying the bizSAFE awards. The answer for you is there will be no cost for applying for the bizSAFE awards, but if you are applying for the bizSAFE Enterprise Exemplary Award, the applying company may need to pay a service fee to the auditing organization that will be conducting the on-site assessment. So for question 2, can you schedule the on-site assessment for bizSAFE Enterprise? Reschedule the on-site assessment for bizSAFE Enterprise Exemplary Award if there are any changes in the work schedule. The answer is yes. You can click on the reschedule button in the confirmation email you receive. Once again, please make sure your assessor is available before you select a new date for the on-site assessment. So for question 3, if you can't access the OneDrive folder created for you to upload your supporting documents, check with your company IT department to make sure your company policy allows you to access online cloud storage or email to bizSAFE awards. And provide an alternate email address that can access the OneDrive. Due to security reasons, WSH Council will only allow submission through OneDrive. So this is the last common FAQ that we received. If you receive an error message indicating the file path name exceed the limit when accessing the file in the OneDrive to make adjustment on the uploaded documents, right? Your file name may be too long because the file directory in the OneDrive folder is limited to 255 characters. As the primary folder created for your company has already taken out like approximate 60 to 75 characters, applicants are advised to ensure that file names have less than 180 characters each and do not create multiple subfolders because this will extend the whole file directory. I come to the tail end of my public briefing. If you have more questions, please write into the email provided here, or you can go to our WSH Council website. We have updated the bizSAFE Awards 2023 details, in fact. So a copy of the public briefing slide deck will be available for download after we have uploaded it by next Monday. Yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the public briefing session. Thank you for taking your time to attend. You can leave the meeting room now and have a safe and healthy weekend ahead. Bye, everyone.